mean, the whole design is meant to sort of like augment your life, because if you have a vehicle with a 200-mile range, we're talking about augmenting your daily life. We're not talking about you taking a big 6-month trip, and doing like the Pan American Highway. I'm Santiago Fileta, CEO and founder of Rogue Van Company. So Rogue Van Company is a premier purpose-built Mercedes expert upfitting company. We are a manufacturer. We're based here in San Diego. And basically what we're fueled by is creating vehicles that people haven't seen before. That's kind of like our whole point. We want to create things that most folks either don't want to take the time to make or haven't considered making. Purpose-built things, new things, interesting things, over-the-top things. I mean, we're really all about making custom vans that meet our customers' specific needs and doing, lots of different, van-centric work. This is our all-new 2024 electric Sprinter concept. Mercedes launched the eSprinter in Europe last year, and it hit the US at the very beginning of this year. Electric vans are here to stay. I mean, they're here. They're mostly just last mile delivery and local in-town kind of work trucks. I know that electric camper vans are going to happen at some point. I wanted to play with the idea of what an electric camper van could achieve with the range that it has, which is about 200 miles. And I wanted to just sort of get people talking and get people thinking. I think that there's a lot of room for innovation here. And that's really the reason why we built the Grid Runner. Was we're like, okay, you've got a 200-mile range van. Where are you gonna go? Well, if you're in San Diego or a similar type place, you're gonna go to the trailhead with your bike, you're gonna go to the beach, to Fiesta Island, you're gonna go to the water, you're gonna go surfing, you're gonna go to local events and concerts and shows, you're gonna go hang out at the park, you're gonna go do all the stuff you would normally do with your car. So we basically made an interior that was fully deconstructible. The reason why is because I assume that a lot of people will want to buy a vehicle like this for their business, and then they'll want to basically use it on the weekends with their families or with their friends. So the interior is able to fully unbolt from the walls using L-Track. The floor has L-Track built into it for modular seating. It gives you the ability to use that vehicle as like a mobile office or as a moving vehicle or for a trade during the week, and then it lets you put the interior back in, reassemble the interior, and then take it out and camp it in overnight or take it to the beach. I mean, the whole design is meant to sort of like augment your life, because if you have a vehicle with a 200-mile range, we're talking about augmenting your daily life. We're not talking about you taking a big 6-month trip, and doing like the Pan American Highway. We're talking about a vehicle that you might drive every day. And so I wanted to create something that I felt would be very like life augmenting, modular upper cabinets with an open lid and different designs to accommodate a bunch of different layouts and things. If you're going to use it for surfing, we've got different accessories that we kind of have designed for surfing. If you're going to use it for bikes, we've got a bunch of accessories we designed for bikes and for bunch of different activities like that. Our main products that we use, we've got the Smart Floor. That's like the kind of the foundation of the van. It's that really highly engineered CNC milled German aluminum floor, which gives you a myriad of accessories, from the center table, which bolts into the Smart Floor and can move around, to all of the different seats that we have that swivel and create like multiple dinette spaces. And in the back, of course, we've got the rad Aluminess PowerLift combo, which has the full ecosystem of Aluminess products for mounting to the rear door with a box, modular bike trays, one-ups that bolt to the surface. I think that the PowerLift is a super innovative product, and it's definitely filling a niche that like a lot of people have been needing and wanting. I think that product is going to change the market. I think it's going to really start pushing people to innovate even further. Yeah.
I'll have to look at it.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go take a look? All right, so this is the Grid Runner. Immediately you're gonna notice that we've got this smart floor in here. These are what all these aluminum L-tracks are. We've got our custom smart floor table. We've got our smart seats. These swivel around. This kind of creates like an open floor plan environment, so you can kind of customize this front area. You could put a bench in here. You could get another 2 seats in here. It's super modular, and that's kind of what the Grid Runner is all about. Over here, we've got like a bunch of different wall accessories from Vanin. So this is super cool. We've got L-track all on the walls, which makes it really easy to customize it to your needs. We've got USB towers everywhere, so if you want to use it like a mobile workspace, it makes it super easy to just plug stuff in. These are our modular uppers. Everything in the van's modular, but this one's really cool because we're gonna start offering this as a kit for people. It's super lightweight. You've got these cool bungees in here, which keep stuff from falling out. And this stuff is all just on here hand tight with these thumb screws that go into these L-track post bolts. So we have like a couple different designs. This is a full upper. This is a half upper. We were putting like helmets and stuff like that in here. And then all the way on that end, we've got a half cabinet and then a split cabinet. And then over here, we have a little mini upper. So you kind of can see like a different array of like little offerings that we're doing with, you know, the different upper cabinet configurations. We've got our vaulted fridge cab and our vaulted sink cab. This has like a little fold out and it also has a cutting board insert. The idea behind this is that you can essentially have a quick disconnect sink system, quick disconnect fridge system. Both of these cabinets are literally installed with these thumb screws. With almost no tools, you can take this stuff in and out of the van, and they're super strong. With a freezer, and then you've got these cubbies on both sides that are kind of mirrored with each other. You've got a big open shelf down here, and then this is our sink. Then you've got our systems cabinets over here. So this is our water cab. It's super simple. These cabinets are bolted to the walls, and you've got our outdoor shower right there. You've got our water pump, our accumulator, and then the rest of this is totally open for storage. There's also bungee openings in the front and the rear if you wanted to put like long stuff. Now over here, we've got our electrical cabinet. This is like a full 48 volt Victron system. So we've got 14 kilowatt hours of batteries. We have a huge charge controller. We've got a Lynx distribution system. We've got Blue Sea surface mounted 120 volt bus bars. We've got a 12 volt Blue Sea accessory panel. We've got our RGB lighting controls, the Serbo GX brain, which is kind of monitoring the whole system. And then we've got our Orion TR 4812 step down converter. That's taking our 48 volt power and turning it into 12 volt power. So let's start out with the obvious. If you haven't seen it, the Aluminess PowerLift. So you've got your bike effortlessly with the push of a button, raises and lowers. This is an awesome add-on for people that are just trying to get out to the trails or do whatever. I mean, even going out to like Fiesta like we are right now would be really ideal. And then we've got our Aluminess big box. We've got a bunch of random show stuff in it from when we went to SEMA and haven't cleaned it out yet. We've got our Aluminess spare tire carrier with our Nomad wheels. And we've got this really cool, like almost like train conductor style handle, which gives me like fun, like retro kind of train handle, which gives me like fun, like retro kind of train feels.
And you don't have to lean in like past the door to open the door.
No, yeah, exactly, which is really cool. So we open it up. We've got this really cool Vanin park tool mount for working on your bike right here. Just clamps to the fork just clamps to the seat stem. We've got our outdoor shower. We've got our bungee pass-throughs. We've got our full surround Chillowitch door wraps, which match our wall panels. We've got easy access to the insides of our cabinets here. And then we've got our big 48 volt battery bank from Big Battery. This is 14 kilowatt hour battery bank. These are two 48 volt batteries in parallel. Packs a huge punch when it comes to powering systems. And the idea is we've got DC to DC charging. We've got 120 inverted charging to the chassis battery right now. And I actually had a really cool meeting with Mercedes last week, and it looks like in the future we might actually be able to, on an OEM level, connect our rear battery bank with the vehicle's battery, which it's in process. It's definitely on their radar. So we gave you a tour of the 2024 Rogue Grid Runner, and then the big question is, who is this van really built for? And I think it's for people that live in a place that has lots of places that they can drive to. You've got 200 miles of range, so you really have to think to yourself, how many miles a day do I drive? Do I want a vehicle that can haul stuff and do like cool, like big cargo hauling, and can also like take me and as many friends as I can fit in it basically and go out and do things? Then the Grid Runner is a good idea for you. It's not going to be something you're going to go cross country in, but it's definitely something that would work really well if you're in the city and want to go kind of close in. A lot of what we do really isn't more than 200 miles a day. Most people aren't driving that much.